tweeted this right after the game. Giannis was legendary tonight. He wasn't good. He wasn't great. He wasn't fantastic. He was legendary. And kind of to go back to what you said about not giving him enough credit, I'm never taking him for granted again. I will admit it. I've taken him for granted. I've kind of turned the blinders to him. Maybe it's a little bit of Central Division, me not wanting to admit he's as good as he is.
Right.
He is. And I don't think that tweet just holds up for this game. I think this series, he was legendary. He was the best player on the best team. There's a reason why. I mean, he obviously was the runaway winner for Finals MVP.
Yeah, absolutely. I did really like when they handed out the Finals MVP. I felt, and I've never been a Giannis guy. I've always, enjoyed the Bucks a decent amount. But I've never been like a Giannis guy, right? Mm-hmm. But it was emotional. It was emotional watching him on the court. You almost like wanted to like tear up just because, don't call me the MVP. Don't call me the 2-time MVP until I win my championship. And he's standing there with the championship hat on, and the whole arena is going crazy. He has the Bill Russell NBA Finals MVP trophy in his hand, and the whole arena in unison just chants MVP, MVP. I mean, and for the first time, he can finally be the MVP that he worked so hard those 2 years. He worked so hard for this year. I mean, it was a Disney movie. It was honestly a Disney movie. I mean,
I think it really hit me at that moment, but also just as soon as they won, and he is just delirious, just hugging everybody. Yeah. And he just takes the moment. He throws some rando's hat off the courtside seat and just sits there. Just sitting there and taking it in. And I know we've seen so many of those moments before in the NBA Finals. There was just something so cathartic about watching it. We've said it a ton to each other, and as explaining it, we've been watching the playoffs, helping some of our friends get into the NBA for the first time, and we've consistently said Giannis 100% approval rating throughout the league. Just one of the most beloved dudes in the league, and you can't help but feel so happy for the guy. And I thought another awesome moment, and we will definitely get into more than just these moments, but another awesome moment that I thought was Giannis seeing Bud and Chris Middleton hugging each other, and then he just walks up and just encompasses that. I mean, it had me weak, man. It was awesome.
And the amount of respect they have for each other. Giannis says in his speech, the two things that he focused on. Well, three things, right? He focused on his brothers, of course. I mean, almost expected that he would mention his brothers. That is so much of his storyline, who he is, his brothers. So that there would be something in there, which I really enjoyed. He talked about Coach Bud. Can't wait to run it back with you next year, right? Talk about the job security for Coach Bud. Obviously, he's going home with the championship. We know that he is off the hot seat as of now. But Giannis just completely squashes everything by just saying, we're running it back. And then, and I brought this up when we were watching this together on Discord. The moment that they hand Bud the trophy, he has it for maybe a 2 count, right? He has it, holds it, looks at it, and then goes, where's Chris? He kind of turns over his shoulder and goes, where's Chris? And there was a player standing in between Coach Bud and Chris, and kind of moves and hands it to Chris to just kind of hold. And Chris is the keeper of that trophy, really, while they're going through this whole presentation. And then you kind of just hear this respect where Giannis is talking and he goes, Chris, we really did it. For 8 years we were together and we really did it. And you wouldn't have even known there were 17,000 people in that arena. You wouldn't have known that the court was stormed with people. Malika Andrews and Adam Silver are standing right next to him. You wouldn't have known any of that because he is literally talking to him like he is his best friend of 8 years. Yeah. Like they have gone to war with each other every day. And he goes, you have pushed me so much, Chris.
Chris Middleton is an honorary Antetokounmpo brother at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, truly.
It was awesome, man. It was awesome. I mean, I know that Chris Middleton's stock has just skyrocketed marketed. But I think that the way that certain NBA players have respect for each other is noteworthy also.
Yeah.
Like the weird little, like, everyone likes DeAndre Jordan. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like a weird little thing, right? And kind of the respect that certain players have for other certain players. Just like the clear amount of respect that he had for Chris Middleton, it was pretty neat to see.
Yeah. And, speaking of Coach Bud, talk about a redemption arc, man. This guy was about to get fired a month ago. And now he's an NBA champion. I mean, we can say all we want and about his adjustments, his lack of adjustments, him looking like he just lost $1,000 bet every time the camera cuts to him on the sidelines. But the dude, he got those guys to compete and come together, and he's a champion. So hats off to Mike Budenholzer. Hats off to the entire Bucks organization. Just an awesome season.